Yes. Today I want to talk about the um, the nurse that was in the hospital, deliberately injuring the infant babies, the black babies in particular. Um, I did watch a little bit about this story, but I didn't watch too much. I did, however, to my understanding, that the nurse was uh, she was rehired again after being caught doing it, and then she went back to doing it again. If I'm wrong, correct me on this, but I think she had got rearrested for committing the acts again. And I used to drive for a trucking company, and I got fired from my job just because I didn't do what the dispatcher specifically told me to do on one particular instance or another. But neither nor I was offered no explanation as to why I was being terminated or any of that shit. But I lost my job for something as simple as not following instructions. But here this lady is on her job, literally hurting people's children, and she got to come back to work. Wow. Just wow. And that's why when I get up every morning, I feel some type of way because I know it's something very sick and something perverse going on in this world that we live in. And it's almost like you can't do anything about it. First and foremost, it will require me to be able to have to go back to my people. But the problem is, my people, all of them ain't my people. This thing has been going on for so long that most of the black people in America really believe that they are part of something, and they will shame you, castigate you, throw you in the fire, and call you everything but a child of God if you don't. Let me see. If you say something about what's going on, they don't agree with it. Um, Many of them are hot and cold, or just like on the fence about what's going on. A lot of them are afraid, they're scared, they don't want to say anything. A lot of them are trying to keep their jobs. A lot of them are just in utter denial. A lot of them just don't give a fuck. In many cases, I see black people will point out something that our people are doing that they don't like, and it bothers them so much. But it blows me away how they just don't see none of the stuff that the enemy is doing. Which, when I say the enemy, I'm talking about the Caucasian race. These people get away with so much. Nobody hardly said, and the people that speak out against it, it's almost like our voices are crying out in the wilderness. It's almost like nobody really cares about anything. It's like black people have short memories. They'll remember some fucked up shit white people did, and they're like, damn, that's messed up. And they'll go right back to partying, right back to socializing. And many of the social gatherings include white people. And it's like, how can you fight against them if you want to party with them, you want to sleep with them, you want to work with them, you want to eat with them, and all of this hoorah, right? So it's like now we in another phase where the black people who don't want nothing to do with this bullshit reality anymore We just have to start disassociating ourselves with most of the black people and the white people and let them have that shit, because it's almost like you fighting a uphill battle because you don't even have no place to take refuge. There's no safety. There's no safe space for us anymore. We don't have a safe space. Everybody is on code against us, our women, our children, our men, everybody. Ain't it's like it's only if you was to take a sifter and put everything in a sifter, all of the bullshit will come flying out of there, and it's only gonna be like a few of us still left in the sifter. That's how bad the numbers have gotten. It's only gonna be a few of us that actually survive, holding on and being strong and being real and being true to ourselves. The rest of these people, they just basically don't have a clue. Um, this white woman that did this to these children, I don't even really think she's going to get punished for it. I don't really think she'll probably get any serious, severe punishment. That's just my take on it. I mean, these people are doing something new every day. Every day is something new with these people. And when I go outside and go out in the world and go to the store, the restaurant, the supermarket, the gas station, um, the truck stop, anywhere I go, it's like everybody got this weird mindset of trying to basically fit in more into this reality. And if you would really have to be you would have to have the proper set of eyes to be able to understand that this reality is dying. It's fading out. And you got a lot of people holding on to something that's just it's no more. Now, as this reality goes out, the people who are asleep and the people who are awake, that's what this thing has come down to. It's not about what I thought it was. At first I thought it was about race. And the more I look, the more I'm starting to see that it's about the sleep versus the woke. A lot of people are walking around asleep. They sleepwalking. They think they're going to still be able to go to their jobs, do their job, work, make some money. And one day, they're going to wake up and this whole recession thing is going to be over. Inflation going to stop and white people going to be nice and everything is going to be beautiful. And it's going to be a big white juicy Jesus in the sky to give everybody a big old kiss on the forehead. And everything's going to be great and all will be right with the world. But I don't see that. I see us heading somewhere, and a lot of people, the sleep people, don't see it. They getting up every day. Oh well, it'll pass. But I don't know. I don't think this one gonna pass, man. I really don't think this one gonna pass. Um, when you want to just live your life, you want to just be able to enjoy what the gift that God gave you. You surrounded by a bunch of envious, jealous, dog ass people that just don't care about nothing. Everybody running around here trying to keep this reality constantly perpetuating money, 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 money. Who gonna get some money? Look, don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying this because I don't have money. I mean, if I had money, I would still be just like this. I would still feel just like this. Money does not alter my perception of reality. Meaning that if I have money, that don't mean that I should be able to sit up here and start using my money as a means to destroy whole sloughs and whole segments of a population just because I got some money. I'm going to use my money to set up the game to where I could just fuck over a bunch of people and sit back and, I don't know, maybe laugh about it or something. I don't know. Have a beer, um, whatever they like to do. Um, it's done got so to the point where I don't care about participating in this particular society anymore. And if anybody listens to this video, they'll jump in my comment section and say, you got to keep fighting. You got to be strong. You got to keep pushing. I've never given up. I don't give up at all. I'm not a quitter. But let's just be real. White people won't be honest about this sick situation that they got everybody locked into. I'm not talking about poor white people. Let me give some clarification here. I don't really give a damn about poor white people either. I'm gonna just say that too, because white people in general all have the same mindset to some degree, just like most black people. Most black people, I don't trust them because now they have shown me another side. But you can't go against one without getting backlash from the other. You take the election that just went down just previously. You watched Joe Biden and Donald Trump go back and forth at each other. Nobody wanted to vote for either one of those guys. Um, Most of the populace was done with that Democrat Republican bullshit in the first place. But they already knew that they was gonna bring Kamala Harris in. And most people don't pay attention. They don't pay attention long enough to even understand what's truly going on. They set that up because they knew by bringing her in, it was an attempt to try to divide our community up on a gender basis to say, okay, we're bringing in this black woman, Kamala Harris. Are y'all gonna let her not get in the White House? And they thought they was finna run that same game they ran when they got Obama in there. Now, Obama got back in, I think it was around late 2008, somewhere around 2008, between 2008 2009. At the time, I was incarcerated in federal prison. Now, I'm getting a bird's eye view from the inside of the belly of the beast where all of the guys are locked up and incarcerated. And when I saw what I saw in the day room, when I saw these so-called wannabe gangsters, tough niggas in there holding their face, doing little gestures and shit like women watching a soap opera, it just made me sick to my stomach, man. I went back and got in my goddamn rack and laid down and put the covers over my head. I said, man, I would much rather be in a USP or a motherfucking medium at this point because these dudes up in here are weak as shit. I hope they ain't doing that over there at the medium, but I didn't know because I wasn't there. The point I'm making is all they do is sit back and toy around with us and play with us, even in the workforce. I went to work in the trucking industry, and my God, it's trash. And I'm gonna give a little bit of background to this because I used to be in the street business. I was a drug dealer. I dabbled in narcotics a little bit, sold a little bit, got caught up, did some time or whatever. But all I used to hear was people telling me I need to straighten up my life and I need Jesus. I need to go get God. I need to stop doing this and doing that. And for a while, that shit used to eat away at me. Man, what you doing is wrong. And I had to hear that shit, right? But then when I came out of prison, I jumped back down again. I ain't gonna lie. But then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go get a job because I had to get a job because I was on probation. But I got in the workforce and I used to always wonder, like, okay, what's so good about working these jobs? Everybody talk about working these jobs. Okay, I did the job thing. And these people in the corporate world are 10 times worse than the niggas in the street. They will work you, they will pimp you, they will have you out here giving up all of your time for a mediocre paycheck that don't cover most of your living expenses. They will have you under the thumb of one of these bosses or one of these people who actually oversee you. It's almost like being on a plantation all over again. I don't get it. It's not much of a difference from working a job and actually being on the street. And at the same time, when I was doing the street thing, I never saw myself as a criminal or a bad guy. I saw myself as a businessman because I'm always a businessman first. I've done other things. I didn't just hustle in the street. I was a street vendor. I sold movies, DVDs. I sold socks. I sold uh, purses, wallets, you name it. I sold it. I was a natural born go getter, a hustler. Always been that way. I never was the type of person that would make excuses. If it was something that I didn't have, I wanted to get it. I put myself out there to go get it. I just over the years got a little burnt out on shit because I had some mishaps where some things happened where it kind of discouraged me a little bit. And at the age of 47 years old, a man like myself, I'm pretty much on that cusp of I don't give a fuck. And yeah, I'm still going to push forward to get mine, but I just don't really give a shit about anything going on in this country. Everything's a lie. Everything's fake. Everything's made up. Everything's bullshit. It's like the laws. The laws, they're not even here to protect us. They don't even legislate laws that actually protect the people. The laws actually are set up to protect the violators and the abusers. It's almost like the laws were put in place to protect them from us when they do things against us that's illegal. The law was made in the cops and the legislators and all of that garbage. It seemed like all that stuff was set up as like the referee between them and us. And we have to go through these procedures and these protocols to get relief or get justice. And if they want to do something to us or they want to take something from us, they can just get right down to the meat and potatoes. They don't have to go through no bureaucratic protocols and procedures like we do. We have to wait for shit. They don't have to wait. It's almost like the society has been set up to where we just have to blindly just sit here and take abuse and just accept it. And there's no way that we can get any recompense or any retribution for anything done to us. We just have to accept it. And the part I want to get off into about this whole thing is when I initially talked about you have the sleep versus the woke. The people who are woke and speaking the truth and don't care about the consequences, those are the people who are going to reap the biggest rewards from all of this because something is on the horizon. And these folks, they know what it is. They understand that something is brewing and it's coming for their behinds. It ain't coming for us. Um, we have to be um in tune with actually giving ourselves something to look forward to, because if we continue to sit up here and allow people to divide us on these levels, I got a message for you. But if you want the message, support, like, share, subscribe, send the message out there. It's a message. It can be helpful to somebody who need it. A lot of our youth are lost. They don't know which way to go. And once again, I want to give a shout out to those brothers, the new Detroit brothers that's putting in that work and boots on the ground. Um, they have inspired me to actually not just want to be a person sitting behind a microphone and a camera, or so to speak. That type of stuff right there inspires me to say, damn, if they can do it, what you sitting around for? We got too many talkers in this generation. And when I see people doing stuff like that, man, it just like lit a fire in my belly, made me go, damn, these young bloods out here now, these are the kind of people that we need, that are actually out here doing stuff. I want everybody to know about them brothers. And every chance I get, I'm gonna speak them out. I'm gonna put their name out there, because I want people to know about them. I want people to talk about them, because they're doing something way bigger than any of us could do. And I look up to them. They my heroes. I like that shit. That shit really, really gets my creative juices going. But back to the topic at hand, we have to start supporting each other. We have to start giving life to our own situations. We have to take our energy away from this rotten system, and we have to start putting the energy into each other. We have to start actually helping each other. This is our network situation that we can come. And the other thing is, we can't really rely on YouTube, because the wealthy white people that run everything, that want to control everything, they want to have it to where we don't have no other alternative but to tote the line and follow their dictates. Meaning, if they tell us, oh, this community guidelines, watch out for this, watch out for that. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I watch stuff even on Facebook, and I scroll and I look at stuff, and I see some real raunchy stuff on these social media sites. But when somebody's just giving out a video and just talking about information, their whole channel could be took down just because a few people complained about something. But you know how long we had to sit up and watch those videos of the drive-by shootings of our young bloods out here, busting guns at each other and whatnot. We had to sit back and watch those on our timelines constantly come up with that feed. I don't know that young blood's name to sing that song. Hey, what up? And then it'll be a drive-by shooting, or he'll show somebody getting murdered on camera. And that went on for a while. So now what they doing is they basically getting us into this situation where we accept those types of things, and then those situations are just um, a distraction, something to keep us going in the wrong direction and not paying attention to what's really going on around us. We have to be steadfast, and we have to be very due diligent in what we take in. Um, for those of you who have subscribed, I appreciate the few little subscribers that I do have. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I will try to bring you guys more content. All I ask is that you like, share, and subscribe. Pass the videos along, and together we can make a difference. We have to work together, and it's going to take our energy and our resources to propel each other forward. We can't get nothing out of this system. This system that has been put in place is trash. It's booty. It ain't helping nobody. It ain't serving nobody. All it's doing is buying these white folks some more time until the Most High Y'all come back and destroy them all. Because that's what's going on right now. Nobody wants to put it like that, but hey, I'm saying it because it's a lot of brothers out here saying it, and I'm right there with them. I support them as well. We have to support each other. Now, I don't wish bad on nobody, but if you're not going to do right, you deserve everything you get in this life. Peace, blessings, and shalom. Y'all stay safe out there.